We are going to look at how health problems interact. In the world, different diseases and health conditions happen at the same time. They interact, and often one problem makes another worse. And here in this video, we are going to look at these interactions through some examples. Viruses living in cells can trigger changes that lead to cancers, like for example HPV or the human papilloma virus. It lives inside cells and can cause cervical cancer. Your immune system helps you fight off pathogens and get better. If there are defects in your immune system, it may not work effectively. Defects in your immune system can result from your genetic makeup, poor nutrition, or infections that affect specifically the immune system, such as the HIV infection. HIV is the virus that causes AIDS, which is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. This makes you more likely to suffer from communicable diseases. So if you have these factors that weaken your immune system, then you are at a bigger threat than the normal healthy person from suffering from communicable diseases. Immune reactions triggered by a pathogen, something as simple as the common cold, can trigger allergies to factors in the environment, like pollen, for example. These allergies may cause skin rashes, hives, or asthma. So this is an example of how one condition can cause another. If you're sick, if you have an immune reaction being triggered by a pathogen, then this can make your allergies worse. Physical and mental health are also closely linked. Physical ill health can lead to depression and other mental illnesses. And finally, malnutrition is often linked to health problems, including deficiency diseases. If you have a deficiency of a certain vitamin or mineral, you can have a disease linked to the deficiency of this specific thing. Malnutrition can also lead to a weakened immune system, to obesity, cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, and cancer. So as you can see, it's always important to be aware of the interactions between pathogens, between the environment, and lifestyle. This figure shows us data collected in the Netherlands, looking at the interaction between a number of health problems, including HIV status and drug use, and the incidence of tuberculosis in Amsterdam. So this shows us the number of infected people with tuberculosis. We see that it is the least in non-drug injecting HIV negative, so people who do not use drugs and who do not have HIV. And it's a little bit higher in the non-drug injecting HIV positive people, so people who do not use drugs but are HIV positive. It is even higher in the drug injecting HIV negative people, so people who do not have HIV but use drugs. And it is extremely high in drug injecting HIV positive people. So people who have HIV and use drugs are the most to be infected with tuberculosis. So we see how, first of all, having one disease affects another. Having an HIV infection will make you more likely to have another infection, because HIV is a virus that affects the immune system directly, so the immune system is weakened in people who have HIV infections. And also, drug abuse is a lifestyle choice that can also make you at more risk of acquiring diseases. So this shows us clearly the interaction of lifestyle and pathogen and environment.